Yeah, we won't talk an hour and 14 minutes about this movie. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome back, Sarah.
Thank you. It's been about a month.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Well, last one was Deadpool, yeah.
Yep.
So, we just got out of my big fat Greek wedding too. Now, you said you had a story you wanted to tell, right? So I'm going to let you get to that before I say my piece.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, for people who haven't seen the first one, it was one of my favorite top 5 movies of all time for a long time. One of the things that is so special and unique about it is that it had an amazing surprise success. It was an independent film produced by Tom Hanks and his wife, and written by Nia Vardalos, who was the main character, Tula. Made for a budget of $5 million and made over $350 million over the course of a year. It was basically in the theater for the better part of a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Impressive.
And even more impressive considering it didn't have a very good marketing budget. How it was so successful was word of mouth. Now, any independent filmmaker or studio executive would look at that data and cry. that was something that couldn't be duplicated, and I participated in that word of mouth process. I saw this. I saw the original by myself. I saw it with a friend. I saw it with my dad, my mom, my grandparents.
Okay, Jesus.
Yeah, because the original was absolutely touching and hilarious. So I am a big fan of the first one, and after seeing the second one, I'll admit it's not nearly as good as the original. I get that it's not your thing, but I still think you should see the original because it is better. And what is endearing about the second one is that if you like the characters and the inside jokes that were established in the first movie, you'll enjoy this because it's kind of like visiting an old friend you haven't seen in a while. Like, hey, I remember you. You're fun. I don't want to hang out with you all the time, but let's have some laughs.
I found this movie to be really obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, again, I'm not the target audience for this movie. I'm not. There was no way I was gonna go into this movie and have a good time. Not that I wasn't trying to keep an open mind, because I've been surprised before. I still think Imagine Mike 2 is one of the better movies of last year.
I agree.
But man, I really did not like this movie at all. I was not having any of it. It's not gonna be on my top 10 worst at all. I'm not even close.
Okay.
But it's not even gonna make the nominee list. I can tell you right now. But but man, I was really annoyed through this entire movie. And again, I haven't seen the first one, so I can't speak to how the characters stand in that one compared to this one, but I found these people really obnoxious and kind of unlikable. And again, I haven't seen the first one, so I don't have that frame of reference. Mm-hmm. But if I'm going just on here, everyone is just noisy and obnoxious and in your face all the time.
They're gleek.
And they're constantly mugging, and they're constantly just talking to talk, and I feel like this movie is like one sitcom away from having a laugh track.
They did try making it a sitcom shortly after.
I can see it.
the first one, think about 3-4 episodes made it to air. The sitcom wasn't very good.
Neither was this movie. And I if again, you got some enjoyment. You were laughing a lot more than I was.
Because I know the inside jokes.
I can figure it out. I don't know, maybe it's a Greek thing.
You got the Windex thing, right?
I figured it out enough. But it just doesn't work for me. Like, for me, it's like, okay, I get it. They're Greek stereotypes. Do we really need to peddle that alone for an hour and a half?
It's not necessarily that they're stereotypes because they're played by Greek actors, and the script, and the script was written by.
They're still stereotypes. Like, you could. Yeah, a stereotype written by someone of that same stereotype, but it doesn't change the fact it's still a stereotype. And again, if that works for you, okay. Like, I'm not saying don't. You clearly enjoyed this movie, which is fine. Like, I'm not saying don't enjoy it. It's not for me. That's really my point going into this. Like, it's just like, this is not a movie I would ordinarily go out of my way to see if I wasn't doing this show. And after watching, it's like, it still kind of perpetuates the fact this is exactly why I don't get to see movies like this. Because, like, I didn't really like any of the characters. I thought the main characters had, I don't know if she had, like, plastic surgery beforehand, but she had the same fake smile look on her face for the entire film. She seriously does. I don't know if she had, like, whatever they call it. Like, what do they do when they pull the skin in your back and pull? Whatever it is. Not liposuction.
A facelift?
Facelift, thank you. She looks like she has some kind of facelift because she has like this weird like permanent Joker smile thing going on, and like, it just like she does look at it. I was like, oh my god, it's Harley Quinn, like aged a few years, because like she like has no other emotion. She has like slightly sadder face, smiley face, and then all the way fake smiley face. Like, she has that through the entire film, and I found that incredibly distracting. Especially because half the time she does the fake smile, which always looks like this. It's like, oh my god, she looks like there's a serial killer right behind you, and she's too afraid to tell you. And it was like that for the entire hour and a half. And even when she was like trying to be sad and trying to cry, she still had the smile on her face. I was like, I don't know, it's shit like that bothered me. I kind of found like the older husband and the wife kind of annoying to me. And again, it's like, it comes back to like, these are just not characters I would ordinarily enjoy.
Okay.
To me, it feels like falls along to the sequel issues we've had over the past several sequels to movies that do not need sequels, nor should they get sequels.
And that I'll concede. The original didn't need a sequel because it was a self-contained story, and the script was classic. It got nominated for best screenplay.
And I'm sure it deserved it at the time. It's like, I'm not knocking down the first movie at all. That's not my intention here. My point is, like, the sequel, for people like me, just does not work because I didn't have any character I could really cling to. We had the teenage daughter who is just a teenage daughter. She really doesn't have much else to go on. Like, it looks like we've been about her, then it's not about her. Then it's about this whole other thing. Then we have all these other different subplots that really don't need to be there. Like, we have the one son who apparently doesn't have a wife or girlfriend because it turns out he's gay at the very end. Do we need that? No. Why is it there? It's more distraction. We have a bunch of kids that are kind of obnoxious and perpetuate Greek stereotypes, apparently. Like, do we need that? No, we didn't need that. And, I get they're trying to modernize it a little bit, but I could do without oh, look, we're FaceTiming, and oh, look, I tweeted that. I hate that shit. It dates the movie immediately.
Yeah, I'll concede that the first one didn't have that. The only product placement the first one had was Windex, and that was written in as a joke, so it was much less obvious.
At least Windex won't be dated in 10 years. I think. I mean, that's like saying, oh, do you have that horrible product placement for toilet paper? It's like, yeah, we would still be using toilet paper 20 years from now, I think. Unless it goes like all.
Yeah, the Facebook joke did make me laugh though.
The Greek. Like I said, you were laughing a lot more at this than I was. So I was like, either it's just because you saw the first movie, or you just understand Greek people more than I do. Maybe it's a little both. Because don't you know a lot of Greek people, or you know that culture a bit more?
Not. I do have my friend Gina and her sister, my friend Jeanette. They're Greek. They don't amp it up to 1,000, like these characters do, but they do call their grandfather Papuli and their grandmother Yaya and that sort of thing. And there are some aspects like the scene at the end when they're all dancing in a large circle.
Yeah, that one I got, because my friend is Portuguese. He's maybe do the same thing before.
And that style and that community feel is something I've seen and experienced at like my cousin's bar mitzvahs when my family holds hands and dances the hora. So there are some cultural parallels between Greek and Portuguese and Jewish cultures and so on.
That I noticed. But it's like, okay, so the main story of the movie is the main, Tully, what's her name?
Tula.
Is of course married after the first movie. She's a teenage daughter now who is looking for going to college, but she wants to go out of state, and who can fucking blame her? But everyone's like, no, don't leave, and they do it in the most forceful way possible. It's like, I would fucking leave in a goddamn heartbeat if my family was constantly in my business like that.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that.
True. My family's leaving me.
There you go.
So I don't know how that happened. But I haven't called the cavalry to try to stop it, though. That's different. And here's another thing. You can make a fucking drinking game. How many times have you used the same joke of, oh, we called one person. Oh, but they brought everybody. Merp, merp, merp. You know, they do this joke like 50 times. You can also include that with a drinking game of how many times they have montages of them walking down in large groups, cackling and talking over each other.
Yeah.
They do this like 20 times. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hear these voices in my sleep. I don't know, it just grained on my nerves. And like I said, I know you were enjoying yourself. Me, I was fucking miserable during the majority of this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I've seen worse this year. It's not nearly as bad as Dirty Grandpa.
Okay.
That one I loathed. That one I actively hated. This one is like, okay, I'm just annoyed. I'm very annoyed, but I'm not hateful. Well, I wasn't until we got to Tommy from high school. Fuck that kid.
Oh, the Paris's dates?
No, he was fine. I'm talking about the guy who somehow pops up in every one of the high school scenes and just has to say something about the situation. Like, he's in the very beginning when, like, the mom...
Oh, okay.
That little shithead. That one. Because, like, for some reason, like, this is another problem with sequel... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
I agree. That character was completely unnecessary.
Well, it's like that, and it's like, this is another thing that you see in a lot of sequels and a lot of bad comedies, where it's like, for some reason, if they think the audience is too dumb to get the jokes, they'll have one character go, oh, drama! That's like every dumb character stereotype sounds like in my head. Make that a shirt. Dumb character.
Dumb shirt. Catholics are sneaky and...
I don't even remember the other ones. Gotta go back through and start looking up. But anywho, it's just like, and then there was like one part where it got particularly obnoxious when like they do have the whole prom scene where like Paris is in like sitting in the locker room and some guy asks a girl to go out to prom. And then, like, another guy turns around, the boyfriend comes out, asks the same girl to prom, and some guy goes, what? Two-person actors asking the same prom at the same time? Oh, boy, here we go.
Yeah, that never happens in actual high school.
No, of course it doesn't. This is like, oh, for some reason, if we don't think the audience will catch on to the drama or the joke, we're going to have this character tell it to you. And then he keeps fucking going. This scene bothered me a lot. This is like the one time I only actively groaned in this entire movie. Where I was like, oh my god, shut up. But he goes like, whoa, he shot, which one are you gonna choose? Oh, you chose the boyfriend. Awkward. I was like, oh, fuck you, kid. Fuck you, you little bastard. I hate, that's what I meant to start to, I absolutely hate, is when the script writer or whoever's put that character in there completely insults the intelligence of the audience. Like, I don't need you to explain it to me. I am smart enough to figure it out on my own. Thank you very much. I mean, it's a small scene. It only happens like a handful of times. It's not the biggest of deals, but my god, is it still fucking obnoxious. I'm sounding angrier about this movie than I actually am. I should point that out, because I'm really not.
I didn't hear you groan that much, so...
There was a lot of me just going, okay. Just kind of checking my phone. Like, all right, how much longer? Okay. I mean, it's a quick sit. The movie's only an hour and a half long. I mean, even then, I still felt like there was a fair amount of padding in here, but I don't know. Like, it comes down to it's just, I'm not the target audience. And if you like the first one, maybe you'll like it more. If you're like me, you didn't like the first one, I'm granted, you don't like these kind of movies. You
haven't seen the first one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna correct myself on that, but
I tried encouraging you to see it before we did
busy.
this.
I'm a busy guy.
I know you are, but you watch stuff all the time.
I do, but last week I was literally not home before 11 p.m. on any given day of the week.
Gotcha.
And this week I've been trying to catch up on Daredevil and trying to get a lot of other shit done. So I'm pretty busy. And even when I'm not doing that, I don't want to go out. Like, I just want to watch something stupid or something I can just simply enjoy, and I don't have to think about it. Like,
okay.
Like, it's not. I don't want to do homework anymore than I already have to. You know, it's like
you're only taking 2 classes.
I'm talking like homework with new jobs
gotcha.
and other projects I'm trying to get done, and everything else I got going on.
Not literal homework.
And no, not literal homework. Actually, I haven't had to do much of anything for my classes. Even my presentation, I didn't have to do shit. I got lucky.
Yes, you did.
I know. That never happened. I was like, yay, out of laziness.
Yeah, that's what I enjoyed
I'm going to sit down with the beer and watch Archer for an hour or two. I love that show. But anywho. It's like, I don't know. Like, I really don't have a whole lot more to say about it. Like, I mean, there's just a whole bunch of just side jokes and everything else that just didn't do anything for me.
Fair enough.
I mean, I kind of feel that might be, so you want to talk more about it. I feel like I've done most of the ranting and raving here. Now, you actually liked the film. Did you like it, or you thought it was just kind of okay?
Is it one that I'm going to go out and buy on DVD like I did the first one? No. Am I glad that I saw it? Yes. Am I glad that I caught the matinee price? Yes.
We got a discount day, too. We picked a good day to go.
Yes. Yeah. We caught the early bird showing. So.
Yeah, no, this is another one of those cases of like, but that's another reason why I'm a little crankier. My body's going, dude, why are we awake right now? It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Why are we leaving this early to drive to Monterey? And it's like, come on, we gotta get done. But come on.
For what it's worth, I appreciate it. And like I texted you last night, I also had to drag my ass out of bed.
Oh, I know you did. I appreciate that too.
On a morning that when I otherwise didn't have to.
No, I wouldn't have if I didn't. I had other shit to do today, so I was like, I'll just get this over with first thing.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie to anybody who watches our review. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's as good as the first one. No, it's not. I would honestly recommend rewatching the first one. I rewatched it a few weeks ago, and it still holds up pretty well. This one won't.
Yeah,
If you're like me and you really enjoyed the first one and you wanted to hear some of the jokes retold in a slightly different story, then I'd say it's worth catching an early bird price like we did.
Like, how close is this to the original movie?
In terms of quality?
No, in terms of just story and all that.
The first one didn't have as much padding, and it was more focused on one plot more so than other subplots. It has a lot of nods and reuses the same locations, like the parents got married in the same church that Tula and Ian did in the first one. The pacing on the first film was much better and more focused.
Mm-hmm. But was the plot basically the same?
If you take out the kids, more or less, yeah. Except in the first one, there was a little bit more initial conflict because the the dad wasn't very accepting of Ian because he was Xeno, he wasn't Greek.
Okay.
And there was this whole thing about how Ian had to be baptized Greek Orthodox.
Okay, so it sounds like kind of juggling a few plot lines in there too.
Yeah.
I'm just more wondering if this falls into the standard making a movie decades after you should have sequel that we've seen recently, and that basically just repeats the plot of the first one with a few added tweaks.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't do that?
More sloppily than the first one did.
Okay, because I know like Zoolander 2 basically did that. Dumb and Dumber did that too. I'm sure there's some other ones that basically did the same exact thing. Where it's like, oh, we're too lazy to come with a new original script. Let's do the exact same thing once, switch with the characters a bit, and just cut and paste. I don't know, like I haven't seen the first one, so I can't say. Besides, I'm kind of going off your judgment on this one. But
like I said,
Anchorman 2 did that too. So.
The script for the first one is more focused on.
I mean, that's usually the case.
It's more Tula's story about how her family eventually grows to accept her initially non-Greek husband, who goes the extra mile to essentially be integrated into their Greek family culture.
Does she have the same Joker smile in that movie too? Tell me you didn't notice the facelift thing.
I didn't, actually.
You really didn't notice that? Oh, I was bugging the shit out of me.
I'm if I ever watch the second movie again, I'll notice it now that you pointed it out. But in the first movie, at least for the first half of it or third or so, her character didn't smile as much because she hadn't established her life outside of her family yet. So
no, there's someone right behind you. Don't turn around. Look on her face.
Not that I can recall.
So now I kind of want to watch first movie just to see if that's the case or not.
I have it on DVD.
Because I know one of these days, it's seriously, that's all I can think of. Is every time she smiled like this, I can think of, don't turn around. Whatever you do, don't move.
And during the kissing montage that they referenced in the first movie, her smile kind of crept up more naturally.
Less, pull, whatever that joke was.
There wasn't any pulling of.
I mean that was a joke. I'm sure. Yeah. Just they're getting older now. Ha ha. So they need to help us out smile for pictures and stuff. Ha 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 ha.
Although.
The wedding planner can't handle the Greek people, which is that one was kind of particularly bizarre to me. It's like, it's their fucking wedding. Why is the wedding planner having a stroke about this?
Yeah, especially since they were spending all kinds of money.
Exactly. So it's like, it's like, so they want the wackier cake. Who fucking cares? Oh, they want a pink limo? Let them have the goddamn pink limo.
Although, I was amused that during that montage they played a Greek cover version of Billy Idol's White Wedding.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Again, it's just not a style of comedy that works. And I mean, I'm when it comes to genres, I'm particularly picky when it comes to comedy. That is something I'll admit. It's like Grant with horror movies. I'm really picky. It's really hard to find a comedy that I'll like. But even then, like, I think, I mean, if you like the first one, maybe it's worth a rental.
Or Early Bird.
Yeah, but I think even like
I wouldn't spend $10 on this. I'll say that much.
Like this is a Netflix movie, one that finally posts on Netflix, which I'm sure it will. This is like something to watch that on. But honestly, I don't have a whole lot more to say about this. I think I've kind of said my main points. But do you have anything else you want to add, or anything you want to go over?
No, they pretty much show the plot in the trailer for it. It's not as good as the first one. If you're like me and you really like the first one, you may want to catch a matinee showing of this so you can visit the characters and the worlds again. But it's not nearly as focused as the original script for the 2002 movie.
Alright, so you want to talk about trailers?
Yeah, we got a lot of them.
Yeah, well, it's a Century Theater. We tend to get a lot more trailers in that than we do in like camera 12.
True.
So this one I got the trailer for Secret Life of Pets again. This is the first time you've seen this trailer though, right?
Yes, it is.
What do you think?
I liked that this trailer showed a resemblance of a plot line more so than a music montage.
Honestly, I kind of like this movie better when it looks like a series of vignettes.
Fair enough.
I was actually kind of behind that. I was like, cool, like an hour and a half of like Animaniac shit, I can get behind that, but...
I really want to get that show on DVD.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
No, I'm trying out a month free trial of Netflix, though.
Fair enough. Well, I know what you get for your birthday.
Thank you.
That'll make that easy. But yeah, like, I don't know, it looks okay. That studio's always kind of hit and miss for me. Mostly kind of somewhere in the middle. I didn't like Minions very much. Well, neither did you. You were there.
Yeah.
But then we got The Boss.
Again.
Oh my! I am so tired of crappy Melissa McCarthy movies.
Why the hell didn't she join the Netflix Gilmore Girls revival? That was the best performance in character she's ever played.
Oh, because she can make much more money doing this shit.
But she had good writing on Gilmore Girls.
I'm sure she did. I still gotta watch Gilmore Girls one of these days.
That's something that I could help you with if we ever have.
I think it's on Netflix. It's one of those things. I'm slowly catching up on shows. I only finally started watching Parks and Recreation. So.
That's one that I would at least like to watch the pilot with you, see what your reaction is.
One of these days we'll get around to it. I don't know, like, life is so crazy. I'm catching on 20 different things. I only started watching that and Star Wars Rebels, which I kind of want to do a vlog series on, because I just realized, like, oh shit, there's actually a lot I could talk about on this.
Nice.
So maybe we'll do that next for Comic Cartoons when we finally get around to watching Spectacular Experiment Season 2. But anyway, The Boss looks like another awful Melissa McCarthy movie. Probably not as bad as Tammy, but still pretty awful.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at me, I'm being aggressive and wacky. Yeah, comedy.
She was so much better on Gilmore Girls.
I'm sure she was. She's better on fucking Mike and Molly. Alright? How do you even like that show? But I'll give her at least there's fucking effort there. Oh, and speaking of effort, who went down on who to get Kevin Spacey to play a cat?
I have no idea. Somebody wrote him a huge check for
It's
that.
like somebody went down on somebody, because we got 9 lives where, oh no, it's Kevin Spacey, but he got turned into a cat.
As some kind of punishment for something or other.
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of, like, what was that name of that crappy Nickelodeon show that was on for a while?
Cat dog?
Oh god, a cat dog voiced by Kevin Spacey would be amazing. I mean, oh my god, that'd be fantastic.
That's around the time when I stopped watching Nickelodeon cartoons.
Because I think it's, all I can think of is like him, like House of Cards, Kevin Spacey playing Cat from Cat and Dog. Just talking to Dog like, okay, I know you've had some troubles in the past, but I want us to fucking try! Which is the line from that movie? Which is the line from that TV show? Oh my god, I totally want to do that dub now. I really do. Somebody make that. Kevin Spacey as Cat from Cat Dog. Somebody fucking do that. I will seriously. I really want to fucking see that now. Who would play Dog? I have to figure this out now.
I'm sure Wes could find us a voice for it.
Wes could be Dog. That'd be like somebody like the polar opposite of Kevin Spacey. I'm trying to think who do you. Will Arnett.
Oh yeah.
Will Arnett is Dog.
Yeah.
Doing the Batman voice. With Kevin Spacey as Dog. Have you seen the trailer for the Lego Batman movie?
I haven't yet.
I don't know how to feel about it yet, but it looks like it has potential.
Well, you said yourself best Batman in a while.
Yeah, true. I mean, I like Batfleck, but yeah, Will Arnett was better. Granted, they play it for laughs, but I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. But anyway, so that was The Boss. The 9 lives. Fucking I don't know who. I think there's a line at the end of the trailer where it's like, this was a cat being washed. You hear Kevin Spacey voiceover going, "Drown me." I was like, that wasn't a line in the script. I think that was just demands from the voice from the.
That was ad-libbed.
I'm sure that was ad-libbed. I was like, why am I doing this? I just imagine like Orson Welles doing that one commercial. Now, why would I say this? Why would a cat ever say this? I don't know. And then we got Criminal, which is a.
Which.
What's the hell? Kevin Costner.
I'm noticing this trend this year with a lot of dramatic action films with this type of plot where the main guy gets co-opted or has his mind or body messed with and goes on this thing between this and Hardcore Henry and.
Well, to be fair, Hardcore Henry's a cyborg. That's slightly different. I mean, this honestly, the vibe I was getting this was like more Face Off with that Ryan Reynolds and Ben Kingsley. This movie also had Ryan Reynolds in it, so it's kind of appropriate. But honestly, it reminds me either that or Face Off is also. My Irish just said Face Off. Then I'm thinking of a different movie. That was the Nicolas Cage movie I'm thinking of.
Yes.
It's a much more entertaining movie. Fuck, what's the movie called that had Ben Kingsley and Ryan Reynolds that last year? It's like a movie I completely forgot about. Clearly, because I don't even remember the name of the damn movie. It's like when they swap, like, Ben Kingsley's mind gets put into Ryan Reynolds' body.
I didn't see that. I know Ryan Reynolds did a movie called Voices last year where...
No, that wasn't it.
Where his pets were talking to him, encouraging him to kill people.
Oh, I forgot about the movie. I want to see that.
I did too.
But
I still want to.
I still want to too. I've got to see if that's on demand, because I actually really want to see that. It's actually, like, really fucking good.
It did.
I gotta track that down. Fucking hey, now I gotta know. Yeah, whatever the movie's called doesn't really matter. It was a forgettable movie then. This honestly kind of looks like a forgettable movie now. It's kind of funny though. Almost immediately after I got the trailer for this, Grant texted me about a pre-screening for this movie.
It's a sign. I
know. I guess I'm going to see a pre-screening. So maybe we'll see that next week. Then we got Mother's Day. You got really angry with his trailers.
It's unnecessary rom-com stupid schlock.
You realize the movie we just saw, right?
Of course I do. but it was preceded by that genre done well with wit and charm. And so I wanted to see if the movie we just saw had any of the wit and charm its predecessor did.
Fair enough.
But this is just canned and forced and completely superfluous.
Oh, tweet me about that. Fucking hate those jokes. I really do. I hate them so much. You will never catch Edgar Wright making a fucking tweet joke.
No.
It looks like one of those movies. It looks like Valentine's Day or whatever other fucking New Year's Eve was another one. It looks like any of those dumb vignette movies that are really dumb and stupid and nobody gives a shit.
And I know that Love Actually is considered one of the better rom-coms, but the vignette style of rom-coms I'm not a fan of because I can't get attached to any one of the characters or plots because there are too many pieced together, and that's what Mother's Day looks like. It looks like I have no reason to care about any of these characters or what happens to them.
Yeah. It looks bad.
It does.
Looks bad. I'm good. Then we got Through the Looking Glass. I'm so sad this is Alan Rickman's last movie.
Oh yeah. That's right. Rest in peace.
May he rest in peace, yes. But it's like, I'm like, I hope this movie's better than the first one.
It looks much darker than the first one.
Well, it's a different director. Tim Burton's only producing this one.
Mm-hmm.
Was that fucking Borat as the villain?
I don't know. It may have been.
Because, like, wait a minute. I recognize that fucking Brother Grimsby son of a bitch. And I gotta look it up now because it's gonna bug me. But, like, I swear, like, he's supposed to be, like, a timekeeper or something like that. And he looks just like Sacha Baron Cohen. So now I gotta see if it actually is him. He has a very distinct face. I have a hard time believing if it wasn't. Let's see here. I do IMDb. Hooray.
I think Alan Rickman also did.
Yep, that's him.
A movie that's coming out called Eye in the Sky.
Oh yeah, that's out now. Actually, that was playing right there. So maybe we'll go see that. I don't know if we have time. My schedule. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. It looks like the first one.
It looks darker than the first one.
Yeah, so maybe maybe the different director will make it better. I don't know. I didn't hate the first movie when I saw it, but it was one of those after I got home and thought about it. I was like, yeah, that was pretty stupid.
I didn't give it much thought after seeing it. I was entertained when I saw it, and I honestly haven't seen it since. So.
Understandable. Understandable. I'm sleepy. I think that's all I got though. You got anything else?
No, I've pretty much said my piece.
All right.
I still think you should see The First Greek Wedding.
One of these days, we'll see. This next week's gonna be rough because we got God's Not Dead 2.
I didn't know, and I never heard of the first one.
Don't. It's one of the more hateful God movies. And then we got Meet the Blacks, which is like a... What the fuck is that guy who made 50 Shades of Black?
Oh, the Wayans?
Yeah, it looks like a Wayans brother who wasn't directed by the Wayans.
Yikes.
So it's gonna be even worse. I don't know if we'll go see that or not. Depends if it's safe. I didn't see it playing anywhere today, so it's like I don't even know if it's open anywhere near us. But if there is, and it's gonna be as bad as it looks, we'll probably go see it. I don't know. Like most movies come on April 1st. I was like, so is this like fucking with me? I don't know. No. Are these movies not real? Is that what's happening?
April Fool's Day. Yay! Yeah. I get to work on April Fool's Day tomorrow. Yippee!
Have fun.
I'll do my best.
I will be doing other things. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll figure it out when I get there. I'm out of it. Alright, I think it's all we got. You got any final thoughts?
No, I've already said.
Alright.
My piece, I'm good.
So look out next week for whoever I drag to see God's Not Dead 2.
Good luck with that.
We've been lucky in the religious movies this year haven't been that awful. The Masked Saint was the only one that was like, okay, this is really bad, but at least it's trying to be decent.
Have you done The Young Messiah yet?
No, that went out of theaters before we can go see it. So
that was fast.
Yeah, I know. The lies movies kind of come and go pretty quick.
I can't believe a remake of Ben-Hur is happening.
Oh yeah, well that's based on a book though, so that makes sense.
True.
Yeah, so I can definitely see why they're doing that. I got a friend who texted me that same thing. He's like, "What? How many Ben-Hur movies do we need?" I was like, "More apparently." I don't know. I think it's all we got. So thank you guys for watching. See y'all later.
Bye.